8:32 on your Sunday. Time now for Keller at Large. Here's John.
Hi, thanks very much for joining us. Last week we talked about the past and future of the Massachusetts Republican Party with their new party chairman, Amy Carnevale. This week, it's the Democrats' turn as we welcome Gus Bickford, a longtime political activist who will step down later this year after a successful 8-plus-year run as chairman of the Mass Democratic Party. Gus, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. Since your first election cycle as chairman in 2016, the party has flipped 13 seats in the legislature, held every statewide office that you had, and finally added the big one, the governor's office, last fall. Democrats occupy every statewide elected office, all 9 House seats, both Senate seats, and 171 of the 200 seats in the legislature. What have you done right, and what have the Republicans done wrong?
Really, it comes down to looking at every election as being a local election and recognizing the talents that we have in the field and interviewing candidates, campaigns, and figuring out how can we be helpful. And it's a proverbial we. When I took over as chair, I said to the membership and I said to the activists, what I really want to do as chair is provide you the tools to be successful. And every race is different. And I think we've done a really good job as focusing on what does each race need, putting all of those kind of enforcements together, and then they're able to put their race over the top. And I think in the end, we're a better state for it.
And what about the Republicans? What have they done wrong?
They didn't keep it simple. They followed Trump, which was bad for the country, bad for Massachusetts. I myself am very happy with the new leadership on the Republican State Committee, and I think it'll just be good for Massachusetts.
You talked about basically logistics, interviewing candidates, figuring out what they needed, tailored to the individual race. But let's talk about message a little bit. Now, Steve Kerrigan, who's also been a longtime party activist, ran for lieutenant governor a few years back. You have endorsed him to succeed you when you leave, as has Governor Healy. Is part of his job keeping the left wing of the Democratic Party kind of at bay?
The mission of the party will change, but I think that it's more making sure that we as a party are successful in helping the governor and lieutenant governor be successful. And I think they've already, stepped out and are very strong. They've created a climate chief. They'll have a secretary in housing, and they're going to be focused on quality education, safe transportation, and basically making sure that we all work together and are more competitive as a state. And it will be Steve to help promote that, get all of the grassroots Democrats to work together. One specific goal is housing, where we all have to work together to make that successful. And I think that working with the town and ward committees across the state, we'll see Massachusetts move forward and be successful in those areas.
But Gus, you just mentioned a moment ago, not directly quoting you, but paraphrasing you, that one of the Republicans' big mistakes was they let their right wing take over. Do Massachusetts Democrats have a similar problem with their left wing?
Because this gets back to actually something I said, which is we need to have quality debate. And so I think it's really good that we have a left wing. But we also have a moderate wing. And so they just need to work together so that they represent all of the constituents in Massachusetts and make Massachusetts better. So it's a juggling act, but it's really good to have a left wing, a progressive wing, pushing us forward, making us challenge. Massachusetts will be a national leader. I actually think because of the governor and lieutenant governor, who are incredible pair, with the mayor, we will lead in climate change. And we don't know what that will be in 16 months or 2 years, but we'll lead.